Rafaella Braconi, and I am the project lead of the localization project at OpenOffice.org. The localization project is actually very wide project, which is made of a lot of native language teams. And the localization project works very closely with the QA project and also with the Native Language Confederation. It's the main aim of this project is really to make sure that the OpenOffice.org product gets translated into all different languages. So this is really very important in order really to remove the digital divide which we have when the users don't know a certain language or cannot use the software because of the language barrier. If you want to join the project, the localization project, it's very easy, because all you need to do is have a look at the L10n project web pages and send just a simple mail posting or email to the main list, which is the dev@L10n OpenOffice.org list. Just say who you are, for which language you would like to work or contribute to, and if there are some areas of interest like translation and which part of translation you would like to do, UI or online help or documentation, yes, so this is, I would say that this is really the main step that you really, the first thing that you really need to do. The number of languages that we work with is not limited. So if there is somebody who is willing to translate, of course, then can start, this localization project. Today we are proud to count approximately 100 languages, where we have 100 teams. And when I speak about teams, there are really real teams that are made of maybe 10 or 15 contributors. Sometimes they are even bigger, or sometimes when I speak of a language team, it's maybe only one person, doing all translation and all the UI translation. But we don't really make a distinction how many contributors or how many members of a team we have, or we don't say if it is a large team or a small team. What it is really important is the result, is the OpenOffice.org product then translated only in the UI or UI and help, or how active is the community of that language. So that's basically the idea. Well, the work is basically organized always through the localization project, and it is a part of the localization process. So the first step is really, to make sure that the product is translated. And once the product is translated and we have new builds, of course, we need to do some testing on these builds. So at this part and at this step, at this moment, then we start testing and doing all the verification in order to really see if the quality of the product is good, because we want also not only translate the versions, but we want to release them through the OpenOffice.org official mirror network. So that's the real idea, to release and distribute the product, the localized product. And the cooperation with the QA is really in that phase. So when we do L10n testing and when we do sanity check, it's at that point that the native language teams, they do perform some very specific testing for localized products, but at the same moment they also do some functional testing, and it is really in the very relief phase that they will be the ones who will tell us if they found showstoppers or not. And this is something which may be dependent from the language, but also independent. So this is then the collaboration that we have through localization between localization project and QA project, and also release project in the end. Yes, of course, I really would be very glad to see more and more contributors and members joining the L10n project OpenOffice.org project.